Hey you guys, it's Kyle from Markham Reptiles, and today we're going over the top 5 rear fanged venomous snakes. So this idea was given to us by Sleepy Exotics. We're going to go ahead and link him in the description below. And if you guys have any ideas of top 5 videos we should do, we'll link you too and give you full credit for your idea. So just DM us on Instagram at Markham Reptiles if you have an idea of a list that you think we should do. And as I said, we are going over the top 5 rear fang venomous snakes today, which is why I'm holding a completely irrelevant leopard gecko. I hope that you guys like that. This is our boy Jax right here. And he's actually a beast of a leopard gecko that I really don't take out enough, so I figured that I would hold him for this video. So Sleepy Exotics gave us the idea for this video, but you guys, the people, did the voting on this video. We asked you guys this question right here on Instagram, and you voted with your likes and your comments to decide this top 5 list that Jax and I are about to go over. So coming in at number 5, we have something that you might just be able to find in your backyard depending on where you are, and that is the garter snake, you guys. Believe it or not, garter snakes are actually rear fanged venomous. Now, a lot of people don't know this because in general they're considered to be pretty harmless to humans. That is because their rear fangs only have mild prey-specific venom to frogs and toads, okay? They're venomous to help them eat frogs and toads. And like all rear-fanged venomous snakes, they have to chew on their prey to administer this venom, okay? So if you get a defensive bite from a garter snake, it just bites real quick, let's go. You won't be envenomated. They have to actually chew to administer their venom. Most humans aren't going to have any reaction to a bite anyways, and at most you'll just have some minor localized swelling and irritation. Garter snakes actually can be very beautiful as well, especially the California garter snakes. I really like all the garter snakes on the west coast, and we have some beautiful pictures here from Garter Kings of a bunch of different types of garter snakes that they keep. Go ahead and give them a follow. We have linked Garter Kings in the description below. They're always super nice to us about letting us use footage, so big shout out to Garter Kings. Moving on to number 4, we have a completely different ball game, okay? Number 4 is going to be the Boomslang. So believe it or not, the Boomslang is rear fanged venomous, and a lot of people probably didn't know this either, and that is because the Boomslang is very toxic and very deadly. Now that being said, very few deaths have ever been recorded, which shows that this snake, especially in the wild, is not going to have a high tendency to bite. They're more likely just going to avoid you. They live in trees, and they are sexually dimorphic as well, meaning that the males are a bright, beautiful green color, and the females are more of a drab brown color. You guys know how it is. You gotta attract the ladies, right? So the males are a bit brighter and stuff like that. And these are of course found in Africa. I have some wonderful footage here from my buddy Marik at Wild Marik. He is a really cool guy, a true conservationist, a true herper, and a really just very chill, nice person. Definitely go ahead and give him a follow. Marik, I have linked you in the description below.
And now, a quick word from our sponsors who make this channel possible. Thank you to all of our sponsors for your support.
B&S Reptilia is a family-owned company with a large variety of different species of snakes. They work with multiple blood python projects, some very rare locality and different species of boas, Sumatran short-tail pythons, Woma pythons, ball pythons, scrub pythons, Barron's racers, jungle carpet pythons, green tree pythons, a variety of different pine snakes, bull snakes, and they also are a cocoa supplier of a couple different brands, and they can make you a local cocoa supplier as well. So get in touch with Chris from B&S Reptilia if you would like to be a cocoa supplier. Go ahead and check him out on Facebook, Instagram, and Morph Market. We have linked those in the description below. And definitely go ahead and support him because Chris is one of the most supportive people in the reptile community.
Next, you guys, we have something that you might know about, and that is going to be number 3, the mangrove snake. So when you guys think of a mangrove snake, you're probably thinking of Boega dendrophilia melanota, which is the black and yellow mangrove snake that most people know about. Now, there's some other really cool species of mangrove snake as well. Lately, I've been eyeballing Boega dendrophilia gemicincta, and Patrick Holmes has produced some of these wonderful, wonderful snakes, I think he just had another clutch hatch out right now, either that or it's about to hatch out. So hit him up if you want a Boega dendrophilia gemicincta. These are actually have more of a typical mangrove pattern, kind of, as babies, where they're yellow and orange stripes on a black body, and as adults they turn pitch black, which is why I think they're super cool. To me, they almost look like some cobras, and I think that they're absolutely beautiful. I still might get one. So write in the comments below if I should get one, you guys. But mangrove snakes in general, okay, and there are a few different species. Mangrove snakes in general are from Southeast Asia. They of course have to chew on you to envenomate. They are only mildly venomous like most rear fang snakes, and it will just cause mild discomfort and maybe some localized swelling. And they are of course nocturnal. They're beautiful snakes, you guys, and I really like all the different types of mangrove snakes. They're super cool. Big shout out to Patrick Holmes at Arboreal Obsession for letting me use some footage of his different mangrove snakes. I really appreciate that, Patrick. And you have no idea how much I'm contemplating getting a gemicincta. So you definitely have some captivating stuff over there. I don't geek out over stuff too often, and I really want one of those. They're super cool. So it might just be a matter of how long until I get one. Alright, you guys. So moving into number 2, we have a very popular snake here, and that is going to be the hognose. Now you of course have the eastern hognose, which is found in the eastern United States. They flatten out. They have a really cool defense mechanism, and they are not very common in the pet trade. And then you have the western hognose, who like the eastern hognose can also play dead, but they don't really flatten all the way out in the same way, and they are massively popular in the pet trade. Hognoses get their name from their shovel-like nose that is actually used for digging and burrowing and finding prey underground and different stuff like that. They mostly eat amphibians and lizards, and their bite is generally known to be pretty harmless to humans. At most, I have heard their bite to maybe cause some bee sting-like symptoms, and that's pretty much the theme with most rear-fanged venomous snakes here, you guys, except of course a boomslang bite, which has a drastically different outcome but really doesn't happen very often. I am lucky enough to have some beautiful footage of the western hognose from our friends at EKG Exotics. We will actually be doing a tour video with them really soon, going through their collection, and they have a lot of really cool stuff, including some wonderful western hognoses. Thank you so much, Kayla and Eli at EKG Exotics, for letting us use this footage. And thank you to Will Robertson. Will Robertson has some really cool herping videos and very cool footage of the eastern hognose and using its defense mechanism as well. Thank you so much, Will, for letting me use this footage. And I have linked both EKG Exotics and Will Robertson in the description below. Big shout out to you guys. Alright, you guys, coming in at number 1, what do you guys think it is? It is the false water cobra, you guys. The false water cobra is a slightly large, getting sometimes over 6 to 8 feet, semi-aquatic since the name false water cobra, diurnal species of rear-fanged venomous snake that eats fish, amphibians, and small mammals. Their bite is not considered medically significant, and they do flatten their bodies out in defense posture, kind of like a cobra, except for they don't get vertical, they stay horizontal and flatten out. So the false water cobra is a pretty cool snake, not super significant venom like most of the other snakes on this list, and they do get to a bigger size, which is pretty cool. And a lot of you guys seem to really like them, and that's why they came in at number 1. Big shout out to the Naughty Noodles for letting me use some videos of her false water cobra, and I really appreciate that. I have linked you in the description below. And shout out to you guys for voting on this list. I thought that this was a really well done list. You guys voted in some really cool answers. If you want to participate in our next top 5 list, then Jax and I would love if you go follow us on Instagram at Markham Reptiles. We would also love if you would go support us on Patreon, where you'll get behind the scenes footage, our lists of upcoming available animals before everybody else, and other exclusive perks like Markham Reptiles t-shirts and stuff like that. Go ahead and sign up for our Patreon. The link is in the description below. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful day, and from me and Jax, continue to spread the love of reptiles.